Hey guys, and welcome to my next NFL Basics video. So this one is going to be going through all of the positions on an offense in an NFL team, okay? So hopefully this helps you to get a basic understanding, because this is for people who have just learned that NFL is a thing, okay? And you want to know more about it. So my whole channel is all about teaching people, and also if you already know about the NFL, I also do some other videos about, just general NFL stuff, so go and check them out. Hopefully this helps you. If you do like it, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and come on board and journey of learning and give us some support. So we're going to start with the quarterback. It's the most important position in an NFL team, okay? His job is to pass the ball to the wide receivers or receivers in general, which is classed as a tight end or wide receivers. Also, the halfback or running back can also receive the ball from the quarterback via a pass, okay? So he passes to these guys, or he hands the ball off to one of the running backs, either the halfback or the fullback. He is the leader of the team on the field, okay? So the offensive coordinator or the head coach will give him a play to tell to his team as he's out in the field. He then gets the ball from the center and then delivers that play. He also has the opportunity and the leadership to be able to call an audible, which is to change the play he's been told to do, because he can see how the defense is lining up against him, okay? So the defense may have shown their cards a bit early, so the quarterback can call an audible to change the play. He receives the ball from the center via a snap, okay? So the center will have the ball, bends down, ready to play. He will snap the ball to the quarterback through his legs. The quarterback then receives it and does a pass or hands it off to the running back, okay? So the quarterback works in something called a pocket, okay? So the blocking players, so the offensive line and the tight end, and sometimes the running back, block for the quarterback, so he has enough time and space to find one of his receivers, okay? When they do that, it's called a pocket. If one of these players lets a defensive player through, it's a broken pocket. And that's when you see a quarterback scrambling out of the pocket to try and find space to either run the ball forwards or to pass the ball to one of the receivers once he's found space. So someone like Aaron Rodgers is fantastic at that and very entertaining to see. And teams like the Seahawks just don't have offensive lines, so they just let players through all the time. So now you have your running backs, okay? So these two are called running backs, even though they have position-specific names. So you have a fullback and a halfback, but really you just hear as the halfback as a running back. The fullback generally is called a fullback, but they're both classed as running backs. It's a little bit confusing. So the fullback's job is primarily to block and create channels for the halfback to run through, okay? The halfback's job primarily is to receive the ball from the quarterback via handoff, and then to run into one of the holes which his offensive line's created to gain yards, okay? Or he can also come out the backfield and receive a pass from the quarterback. So he'll run a route, and then the quarterback will pass it to him as if he's one of the receivers, okay? So say the fullback is out at the moment, so these formations, so we're playing a 2 wide receiver set at the moment, these are all flexible. So the fullback can come out, and they might put a slot wide receiver in, okay? So the halfback will sometimes block for the quarterback as well. So the quarterback wants to do a passing play, the halfback will come forwards and block for the quarterback. So you get some running backs in the league that are extremely good at running the ball, but not very good at blocking. Carlos Hyde, I'm looking at you. So some teams won't go for him because he can't block for the quarterback when they need to. Okay, so the quarterback's receivers, so they're the wide receivers and the tight end, and obviously sometimes the halfback / running back, like I said. But the wide receivers, their job is to run a route, which is part of the play the quarterback is called, and then the quarterback will throw it to them on that route. They've got to try and create separation against their defensive player. So the offensive line, for example, the players that they're playing against work in this area, okay? Whereas the wide receiver, as he's running a route, will have a cornerback or a safety who tracks with him, and he has to create separation from that player to be able to receive the ball, unmarked, you may say, from the quarterback. So these guys have got to be fast and agile. They've got to be able to turn extremely quickly to find that separation. You can also have a slot receiver come in here, and they run more slants and crosses for the quarterback to get to. Some of these guys will just burn it in a straight line if you're in need of yards and you're desperate. But most of the time they're running different types of routes to break the defense's coverage. Okay. The tight end also receives the ball like a wide receiver. So they will run route as well to try and get to break coverage. They also will block for the quarterback. Okay. So the tight end is bigger than the wide receiver. Because they'll drop in and block for the quarterback. They'll join this line and create a better pocket, sometimes blocking. More and more these days, some of the tight ends are just becoming hybrid wide receivers, where they aren't necessarily as big as some of the biggest tight ends to block, but they're just huge wide receivers, so extremely hard to mark. They're extremely hard to cover. So yeah, it's kind of turning into a hybrid position where you're either a blocker or you're a receiver, and they can mix and match as they go along in the game. That's your receivers. So now you've got your offensive line, okay? So these guys are, like I said earlier, they create a pocket to protect the quarterback, okay? Or they create channels for the running backs to run through. So you've got the center. So the center's job is to snap the ball to the quarterback. Like I said, he passes the ball through his legs to the quarterback. The center's second job is to lead the offensive line, okay? So the defensive team will also choose a play to play against the offense, okay? Whereas they can change that at the last minute. The center identifies that and tells his offensive line how to adjust, okay? So that's his second job. And his third job is to block. Like the offensive line, he blocks to protect the quarterback and to make a strong pocket, okay? This guy's got to be intelligent. He's got to be big and strong to stop people getting through to the quarterback, okay? Either side of the center, you have a guard. So you have a left guard and a right guard. Their job is to block for the quarterback to create a strong pocket and also to make channels for the running backs, okay? So they may block right or left to create a channel for the running back to run through. These guys are big guys. These guys are even bigger. So you've got your left tackle, you've got your right tackle, okay? So most quarterbacks are right-handed, okay? So their blind side is their left-hand side. So if they've got the ball and they're like this to throw, their blind side is here. So if a guy's come around the edge and he's coming to come and tackle the quarterback, it's called a blind side. So the left tackle is potentially, most people would say, is the most important position on the offensive line, okay? Because his job is to protect the quarterback's blind side. So you get some fantastic edge rushers from the defense coming around to try and tackle the quarterback, and he can't see, his awareness is right down. The left tackle's job is to stop them getting to the quarterback, okay? Very hard to find. The Ravens drafted one recently, number 5 overall in the first round of the NFL draft, because they are so important. So they put that priority right out there. And there's not a lot of them on free agency. There's not a lot drifting from team to team, because once you find your left tackle, you try and hold on to him because they are so valuable. Obviously, then if you have a left-handed quarterback, the right tackle becomes much more important. Again, that's quite rare. But the right tackle is also important because edge rushers, J.J. Watt, players like that are so good and so fast and so strong. These guys have to be really ready for anything that the defense throws at them, okay? So the right tackle and left tackle. But obviously, sometimes the tight end tucks in and helps blocking, and the fullback or a halfback. So the quarterback is protected. Oh my goodness. So that was a lot to go through, but hopefully it helps just to understand the positions on an NFL team. If I was talking too quickly, maybe just watch the video again and that will help. But basically, that is the basics of the offense, okay, and the positions that you'll see on that team. I didn't go through the numbers, okay? I'll quickly go through the numbers. So, as I said, the quarterback wears 1 to 19. So do kickers, but you're never going to mistake a kicker and a quarterback. Running backs wear 20 to 49, okay? So the best way to identify a player is their numbers. 20 to 49 are what the running backs are going to be wearing. So the receivers, so the wide receivers and the tight ends, wear 10 to 19 and 80 to 89. They're the numbers that they wear. And the offensive line wear 59 to 70. So hopefully that helps you identify players. That was wordy, but hopefully it helped. So hopefully now you know the positions on the offense of an NFL team. If you're watching this in real time, next week and the week after will be the other 2 parts of the videos. And if you're watching this in a few months' time, they're already on my channel. Hopefully the channel helps you in other areas as well. So subscribe to it so you never miss a basics video or the other videos I do. And like the video if it's been helpful. But great, I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.